Hey everybody, welcome back to Angry Badger Minis. We are, hold on a second, working on a build here. I don't know what happened, but the whole thing stopped, and I guess now we're back up and running or something. I don't know what happened. Hopefully it didn't mess you guys up too bad. Let's see here. Just want to check something out real quick. Yeah, I guess it didn't hit up on YouTube or whatever, but that's okay. Yes, it did. I don't know what the heck's going on there and why it didn't show on this studio. That's awfully odd. Anyway, so we've been slaving away as a slave to darkness, I guess you could say. There it is. Trying to get things done, and we are getting things done. That being said, this is kind of hilarious to me. I actually thought I was completely done with all the Nurgle stuff, which technically I am. However, I don't know when this happened, and I have the parts for it, and maybe I just had an extra. I'm not sure. I found this on the floor for a plague bearer. So there's one that's not done, and then I also found a couple of Nurglings floating around. These guys seem to pop up everywhere, and I'm telling you, man, I got so many bits and whatever. But anyway, what you guys see in front of you is a model that I have had for years. I don't remember where I got it. I really don't. And that's maybe a shame, because if I knew where it was, then most likely I would be able to tell you where it is and where to get it. And you can see just how detailed it is. I'm going to show you all of that, of course. Let me pull up my Discord real quick, because I heard something go off. I never liked any of Games Workshop's Bloodthirsters or any of that stuff. I just didn't. And it's basically no secret for anyone that knows me. This model does not have wings, so I'm trying to think what I can do to put wings on it. Or do I just go with like a Hulk atmosphere, where the Incredible Hulk, where if he wants to scale buildings, he just does it the way the Hulk does. He doesn't need wings. You know what I mean? He's that fast, able to move and whatever whatever. And I kind of like that aesthetic about it, and it would save room in the cabinet. However, I was looking at using some extra Tyranid Hive Tyrant wings that I had, but I think you guys would agree they are just not big enough, because the wings, one wing is supposed to be pretty much as big as he is. And I just think it would shortchange it. But it's an impressive model, like everything. I only glued one foot down. It is resin. If you guys take a look here, if I can get it to work, let me turn this around in the camera correctly. You can see that his body and chest is made up of skulls and things like that on the inside, and then his the rest of it is open. It's either getting more skulls in, or they're floating out, whatever you want to call it. I thought it was really cool. The only part that's going to suck is the painting of the skulls. There are so many skulls on this dude, it's crazy. But skulls for the Skull Throne, right? They're coming out of his skin. It's like, a skull, pox, if you will. But it's really cool. I really like this model a lot. He's, as you can see, he's very big, and I mean, it went together relatively fast. But yeah, if I get wings, you know, they're gonna need to be freaking huge, and I don't even think Bellacor's wings will work for that. I don't even think they're big enough. But I'm also, the reason I only glued him on 1 foot is I'm going to be, you know, building a base and everything for him to be up a little higher anyway, because I don't want him down that low, just because you can't really see much of the detail, and that's, you know, kind of defeats the purpose, if you will. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. Alright, so anyway, we built this dude to get us started as kind of motivation for my Khorne army. Currently, while we're speaking, outside I've got models being stripped. I'm gonna have to, here, let me just grab it for you. So I have a box set of my own of the very first edition of Age of Sigmar. Okay, hold on, that's not gonna work. The one with the Stormcast Eternals and, like, I don't know what these guys of Khorne are, but, and I apologize, it's so close to the camera. I just got everything set up for the model working. And then, you know, maybe in the webcam you guys can see it. Well, backwards, upside down, and everything else. Anyway, I have one of these box sets that I never put together, and when I finally got around to looking at it, like really looking at it, I really like the Khorne warriors or whatever they're in there. They strike me as better Khorne berserkers than what's currently available. And of course they're coming out with new World Eater models or whatever the heck you want to call it for Khorne, but all they look like is just a bigger model, but they still look like the same, like same head, that kind of thing to me. I might be wrong, but regardless, I'm going to use those guys. Well, I went on, I needed more, and so I went on eBay and I found that box set right there. While everything was put together already and some of it had been painted or primed, that's why I'm stripping it. Now I have a lot more like, you know, actual troops versus the 80 Bloodletters that I have. Okay, and for those of you that aren't aware of what a Bloodletter is, maybe you are, maybe you're not. That's what I'm building below here. I'll show you in a minute. It's these guys. Well, I have 80 of those, and I'm working on the first 10. So as a way to keep myself motivated, I put this guy together just so I can look at him and think about, you know, where these guys are going, who they're going to be fighting alongside or being led by. And I'm actually really excited that you know, I'm doing this. And then I went ahead and I have this guy, this Demon Prince, and I went ahead and put this dude together. Now I kind of mismatched the parts the best I could because I didn't like the setup the way they had it. You know, you could put the armored chest piece on with the 2 armor plates and the big giant hands and all that kind of stuff. I didn't like any of that. And then the backpack, you know, that's mutated or whatever, I didn't like that. I wanted the wings. I wanted something a little more different, if you will, but I still wanted armor plating and a little bit of a, you know, some recognition of, you know, where this dude might have came from, as far as being a space marine and that kind of thing. Maybe his further ascension, if you will, into, you know, demonhood or whatever. The only issue I have is this right here, this sword, and it did come with an axe, which is something for the big guy that I have to consider, because I guess I could say these things on his arms are axes, just to put him here for size comparison. I could say these are axes or an axe, whatever. I mean, it does have a blade here on the side, but maybe it doesn't give that feel. And then of course I don't have a whip, which, you know, he would need. And this would be a greater, hold on, I looked it up on Battle Scribe. This would be Exalted Greater Demon of Khorne is what this guy right here would be. Or he could be a Bloodthirster, whatever points level I want to play. But he does require an axe, and he does require a whip in some regards. And I mean, I could make a whip, I'm sure, green stuff, whatever. I don't know, I mean, in my mind the whip's gonna need to be really thick. And I almost feel like the way that they have the Games Workshop models have them, where they just kind of have it strung out like that, I don't think that's gonna work. I think it's gonna look way too thin, and it's not gonna do this model justice. I just don't see it. So I'm thinking it has to be something that kind of loops around, you know, like he's, you know, somehow it's going over his head or something. But the question is, how do you do that? Because his arms are the way they are. I mean, maybe the whip is coming from behind him, you know, like, I don't know, like he already whipped and he's bringing his hand back, you know what I mean? That's a good possibility, thinking about that. I kind of wish he had a tail. I realize he doesn't need one, and I didn't have to put the tail on the demon prince, but I thought that, I mean, I like the way that looks. But then again, Bloodletters don't have them, so, you know, it is what it is. So, all that being said, I'm going to set this guy over here. Well, maybe over here. Get this guy out of the way, and I am going to get to work a little bit on these guys, and we can talk. So while I'm moving these guys around, as you guys can see, I wasn't just being lazy. I actually have been working on it, waiting to get on the stream. While I'm doing this, rather, I wanted to bring to your attention, if you haven't seen it already, my current new server on Discord. Okay, it's a polling server, if you will, and we have a poll on there, and I know it works now. So if you're not on the Discord, obviously it's not going to work for you, but if you are on the Discord, it will. You go to polling questions, and there's one question on there. It says, for the next stream, time permitting, after models are built or if no models are being built, vote for the game you want to see played. Choose the number and the emojis. And we've got number 1, Dawn of War Unification mod, and then you would choose what enemy faction you would want me to fight. Number 2, Space Hulk Deathwing Enhanced Edition. Number 3, Tabletop Simulator 40K rules, or one-page rules with 40K, you know, a 40K game. Number 4, Death Watch Enhanced Edition. Some of you may not have even seen that game before or even have it. I don't think it's available anymore, but it's turn-based. You know, you're got a team of Death Watch Marines, and you get upgrades and cards and things like that, or whatever. And then number 5, Adeptus Titanicus Dominus, which also you guys can't get, but it puts us in the mood, if you will, of the atmosphere of 40K. So, going to these Bloodletters. But anyway, check that out, you know, if you're interested. And of course, you know, you don't have to do, I mean, I'm on here now, and I kind of want to play some 40K tonight. I mean, Dawn of War. So, if you know, if that's what you want to see, let me know in the chat. And also, you know, if it is Dawn of War, let me know what faction you want me to fight, that kind of thing, and we'll get a tally. So you may be looking at these Bloodletters. Let me turn this a little bit, and you're thinking to yourself, those guys are on square bases. You're right, they are. They come with square and round bases, both 25 millimeter. And now my understanding is that they want Bloodletters on 32 millimeter. I'm not doing that. I'm not letting all this plastic go to waste. I bought this stuff, these guys actually, for Warhammer Fantasy, not even 40K. They just happen to, you know, they'll work better that way. That's why I have 80 of them as a Demon's Army, because obviously I'm probably never going to field 80 in a 40K game. Anyway, that's why we're putting them on square bases, and that will help out. Yes, I am cleaning these guys up a little bit because I really don't have a choice. If you do not, other than this leg piece, you cannot get the waist to fit. For those of you that didn't see it, well, you didn't see it because I was doing it before the stream. The legs are apart. You have to glue them together inside the pelvis region here, and then, you know, same thing, and just put, you know, one foot on there, so that way if I need to strip it, you know, take them off to do the base or whatever I can. But right now we're trying to make them play worthy, right? At least where we can play with them, we can look at them, admire them, cry to ourselves about how much we have to paint, you know, whatever. One thing I've noticed though is that some of these, depending on the angle, I mean, you can have it nice and flush, but there's still a little bit of an angle issue, and that angle issue creates a problem when it comes to lining these up properly, both at the back, like you're seeing me do right now, or you could get it lined up here, and then when you look at the front, you may have a slight gap. If you see what I'm talking about there, as you're looking at it, the left side of the pelvis, where the pelvis meets the leg there, or the thigh. It's not that pronounced. You're not even gonna notice it, but if it bothers you that much, like it was me, then you may have to shave some stuff off. I kind of told myself, okay, I'm done screwing around with this. I want to make some progress. So that's where we're at. And worst case is you go back in, you know, with some green stuff, or, you know, sprue goo, or, you know, even just put some glue in there and hit it with some zip kicker or whatever and fill the gap. And again, these are troop, I mean, you know, these are your cannon fodder in a way, so there's, I mean, who knows, maybe it's not even a big deal to you. So, and again, if you guys like this camera setup so you can see what I'm doing, you know, please let me know. I'm learning it as we go, trying to get myself ready to be able to paint and have everything set up. I say get ready to paint so that I know what my paint setup's going to be. Alright, and this literally is my first 10 of 80. So what's probably going to happen tonight is we're going to finish these 10, and then I'm going to play some games because I've been modeling like crazy and I need a break. If everything works out, these guys will they should only take up about one shelf, not even one shelf, but one shelf in my cabinet, not including the big guy there. He'll be on a top shelf with some other bigger demons and stuff that I have. He won't be with these guys. Sorry, I'm just trying to work to get it in the camera for you guys, see what I'm doing. trying to locate my grid space here so that I know where my hands go when I'm paying attention to it, of course. And you know, the way these guys are going together, I'm wondering if, you know, because I would love to have a lizard man army, or whatever the heck they're calling them now. I don't know. That's one army I don't have. Well, wait a minute. No, I don't have it. It's Skaven and High Elves. That's what I have. Anyway, I would love to have a lizard man army, and I wonder if this is how their legs go together. I don't know. I know the Skaven will be similar to this, just like the goblins were. At least I think the older Skaven that I have will be. Man, I just cannot seem to get that focus going. Like, I feel like I'm way out of focus for some reason. Yeah, that's not a good lineup. There we go. You son of a gun. It might even become muscle memory to how my elbows are on the chair. Maybe that will help me somewhat. I don't know. Well, doesn't seem to help. Okay. Oh my gosh, he's cutting towards himself. Yeah, but I'm using my hand and everything else to brace the knife so it can't go very far. And cut myself. Alright, last body. It'll be nice to actually see some of these guys put together too. I mean, I've been staring at them in boxes for years, and I mean years. And every one of these boxes still says Warhammer 40,000, like the old logo, and Warhammer Fantasy. Oh, well, hold on. There's one other thing. This one, you guys may have seen this. Realm of Chaos, Wrath and Rapture. This has 10 Bloodletters in it. I don't know if you guys can make that out, but 10 Bloodletters in it and a bunch of demonettes and stuff. It's basically Khorne against Slaanesh. And that's basically how this is going to work. I'm going to get done with the Khorne army, and then we're going to move right into Slaanesh and get them all lined up as well. However, it's not going to be all demons. Like, once part of these guys is going to be, you know, those Khorne Berserker guys, if you will. And then what I'm going to do is, because I'm probably never going to use them in fantasy. I mean, I doubt it, and definitely not in tournaments. I'm probably just going to, I have a ton of bolt pistols. I'm probably just going to get a bunch of those and glue them on it, you know, so it's sort of WYSIWYG, I guess. I'm not going to cut their hands up or anything like that. I'd rather just glue the bolt pistol on the side and be done with it. As a matter of fact, heck, I might even make a mold of that. That's probably a good idea. Then I don't have to use them all, and I can save them for my Space Marines. Alright, so let's see what we're doing here. Alright, so the first step here is, because we are going to be using these for fantasy at some point, is we've got to think about our lineup. Alright, and how the arms go on. Which unfortunately makes for a little bit of a dull dynamic with your model, but that's just the way it is, you know, when it comes to fantasy. And we could do a 5-man frontage, of course, and I think you can do up to 30 Bloodletters in a regiment. So if that's what they're calling them, regiments. Let's see here. So we've got our standard bearer, we've got our musician, and then we've got our champion over here. So let's see Oh, we need to clean his little horn up there. These guys, I'm a little scared of leaving them, like these horn areas right here. I'm a little scared of leaving that for later because I'm not going to be able to support things like I am right now. And then that means that the amount of pressure of the blade and everything else on there is going to be a real pain. And I might actually break something off. We're scraping this area. I'm not cutting this. Yeah, I might cut that. Hit that with sanding twig. Okay. And we gotta get this beast in here without poking ourselves with the horns. Alright. So the key here is gonna be these first three guys won't be a big deal. It's the guys in the back that I have to worry about. Okay, I say that, except that if I want to combine regiments or things like that and get bigger, I'm going to do all 10 just like you see them with a champion, standard bearer, and a musician. That's going to happen. I'll just, you know, if it's one big regiment, I'll say, hey, look, you know, this is the champion, whatever. But you guys will see basically what it boils down to is how the sword arms will be in case you're dealing with something in front of you. Okay? And if you take a look at how some of this stuff goes on, you want to make sure, yeah, again, that it's not poking the guy in front and knocking him over. Alright, so let's get this dude, start putting him together. Try to figure this out. The instructions for this are pretty much non-existent. See, you could put it like that, which is not bad, and I like that. But if he was sitting behind him, you see the problem now? Like that? That's a problem. I don't think there's any other way to do this without having to fill that in with green stuff. I'm not sure why they did that. Maybe, and they all have that angle. Alright, so let's just see. There might be a way to pull this. Well, I guess you can set them in there. You just gotta have to do it kind of finicky or whatever. And I mean, once they go on the movement tray, it's not gonna be that big of a deal. But let me show you these instructions. They're awesome, right? I'm totally joking. Here's your instructions. No numbers, nothing like that. They all look the same, basically. There's little bit of an option, you know, if you want to do something, you know, so that way if you've got the musician or standard bearer. And that's about it. That's all there is to it. That's how they used to be, I guess, or were. Alright, so working on this arm, the arms for these guys, and that guy is my champion. I don't want to lose that aspect. So yeah, it looks like all these guys are gonna end. Oh, well, alright, this guy is not that way. Yeah, see what I mean? Now we got a problem. Shoot. Well, he could be, yeah, that's right on top of that dude's head. I guess he could be a front lineman. We'll have to determine what arms we have, sword arms we have, and what we don't. And maybe, and so something we used to do back in the day with all of our fantasy stuff was once you had everything fitting, why is that down like that? That's crazy. Once everything was fitting, you would just mark on the bottom, like paint it or whatever on the bottom. Yeah, he's down. What the heck, dude? Who designed this nonsense? That's like in the ground, basically. Anyway, you would basically, you know, paint or whatever, you know, on the bottom of the base, a number or whatever, and then, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you would know where they go every time. A little bit of an annoyance, but you know, whatever. Alright, so this guy is clearly gonna have to be a front lineman. I'll tell you what we're gonna do, since apparently we can only put these together a certain way. We're just gonna go ahead and put all the arms on, and okay, this guy looks like he belongs in the back. Yep. Alright, so that guy is definitely somebody that should be in the back. But we're going to put all of these particular arms on and then go from there and figure out who's going where. And you'll have this problem too with a lot of things, you know, in fantasy or whatever. Let's just line these guys. What I had planned was I liked a certain dorsal hair fin, whatever you want to call this, on the back. These guys actually remind me of lizardmen, just the way they are. But it doesn't look like that's going to work out the way I was hoping. Which in a way is okay, but that's definitely a front lineman kind of guy. Front lineman maybe. A lot of these guys look like front linemen. And come to think of it, you may not have, I don't know, I'm pretty sure they have to go in regiments in fantasy, but if, I mean, like square regiments, and if they don't, then I mean, that's fine. I mean, if they fight like skirmishers or whatever, I have no idea. So I'd say the hardest part of this was, or I say hardest, the most time-consuming part of this was the clipping them off the sprue and then getting them kind of put together up to this point. This part seems to be pretty smooth except for the lineup, and if it doesn't work out the way I'm hoping, there may have to be some changes. We may have to glue them the way I need them to be glued and then just fill it in with sprue glue or green stuff later on. Alright, so let's see. Got a couple that are backline like this, which means they're not quite in the way, really, but they could be. These guys can definitely be back linemen. Let's see. So we only have 5. And they'll set up like that. Okay, these guys can actually be in the front. We want the ones that are relatively straightforward in the back because we want it to go past the demon in the front. If that makes sense to everybody. These guys, see, we gotta, dang man, I was afraid of that. Let me see what we can do here. Can this guy line up in there? Yep, he can. Alright, so that works. That doesn't work. Okay, it doesn't work. And my movement trays are a little more forgiving than what I'm doing right here. Meaning I can have, you know, about a 1/8 of an inch to a 1/4 inch gap, you know, and they'll still not go anywhere. So I'm not too concerned about that. Alright, so here we go. So far so good, but that's before we put the heads on. So we don't really know. I mean, it's going to be like right there. Right. Okay. So, yep. Alright, so let me pull these guys off. And let's, we're going to switch these two. And, oops, got a little burr on there somehow. When I sand like this, I don't dust it off, and I don't blow it off, and I would encourage you to do the same, because what you do is you leave those little particles there, and you end up having something that the glue can adhere to, and it works really well actually, especially if you got this, you know, hard slippery plastic. I may not have got a lot of glue or sanded particles on that one, but alright, so I don't like how his head's down. I guess they gotta come back is the plan. And maybe tonight we will fight Khorne. Alright, so this guy is going to be our musician. And I forgot to sand that down. That's okay. So this guy is musician. We'll use this head. Lean back. And that'll be the relatively easy thing to do. Once you have those 3 set up, you'll know where they go, and then it's easy to remember, you know, who's in the front and then the other guys in the back, kind of thing. Alright, and then our standard bearer guy, he's gonna get this other head. It's kind of interesting that demons would even care about any of this stuff, but such is Warhammer. one I want is this one that's got all the swirly whatever. Oop, that's pretty big. Pretty big deal there. I actually thought I picked up another Nurgling when that happened. I'm not even joking. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Where are these things coming from? Dang, I missed that part on his cranium. His little horn on his face is connecting with the sword, keeping me from being able to push it over like I wanted to. Alright. The rest of these, don't really care what their head looks like. And I just broke him off. Awesome. And that's kind of the effort that I was looking for. Basically no effort, really. Okay. Let's get this guy put back on him, on his body, or on his legs. Try to be a little more gentle. And just in case you're curious, yes, I will be, before I paint this stuff and all that, I go back and I make sure that everything is glued as it should be. And again, the reason that I don't go crazy with the glue in most cases is because I want to. There might be things I want to make changes to, and that's just what what I want to do. So. On that one. All right. And since I've never put a bloodletter together before, now I know what to expect. And now I know the chain that I want to go through to get through the rest of the other 70. And then of course we have juggernauts of Khorne. We've got, which have bloodletters on those, and you know, it's a pretty stout demon army in my opinion. I mean, I don't know how well they'll do per se, but I heard something about demons no longer have a 4+ save or something, invulnerable save, I mean. I don't know how that works, but or why that what came to be. I mean, it made sense to me that you would have that. Ever so gently when you run across those big pieces like that, because if you go too hard, you're going to cut right through it and you're going to hit something you didn't want to cut off, like that little, you know, this little horn right there, that horn right there. Ever so gently with some patience. For those of you new to hobbying, you can have a blade like this. It's dull all along the front, or the forward edge, but your back will be sharp most likely because you probably didn't use it as much as you think you did. And you'll just get to know where all that is. But again, be careful. And hopefully I'm talking loud enough that you guys can hear me. That's amazing how that happens every time. It doesn't end up in my chair. It'll drop into my chair and then bounce forward every time. Doesn't matter what it is. Angry Badger. There's a piece of glue or something, or a section of glue or something on there somewhere. Or maybe it was just these sharp things caught on my finger and that's what happened there. Very well. Make my life difficult, Khorne. If everything works out, you will get no blood from me. I'm gonna make a couple more, well, yeah, I'm gonna make a couple more rhinos for this Khorne army, and a Land Raider, I believe, for the 40K portion of it. So that way I can drive my Khorne warriors up the board and they don't have to foot slog it the whole time, depending on how big the battle is, of course. Ever so gently. Now you may be saying to yourself, well, why don't you just use a sanding twig right out the bat? Well, because some of this stuff is so sharp, it will cut right into that paper and ruin your twig. It'll ruin it faster than you're going to ruin it using it. Not to mention all the other stuff that's rubbing up against it. Okay. Now we're going to go back to champion, musician, and standard bearer. We'll knock out the musician first. Looks like we have some cleanup to do here as well on the horn. Have to be careful. switch hands. Huh. I just realized that. Let's see if I can get you guys to see this. Can you guys make out that Khorne symbol in the horn? Isn't that cool? I didn't even notice that when I was cutting it off and stuff. Pretty cool. Just gotta put an arm on this guy. He's the denoted champion by his the amount of horns and headdress he's got on there. I don't think it matters what arm we've got. They all kind of look the same to me. Looks like he's reaching out to grab the first person he can stick his sword into. And now our standard bearer. So we're going to put the arm on first, and then we will attach the flag once it's dry. The only thing that stinks about this, I don't know how much this weighs. I may have to stick a nickel on this guy because that's what I had to do with my other ones because of the weight of the flag. And since they have a lock and key style to putting this arm on instead of just, you know, a flat surface where I could rotate it more straight up and down, well, it's just what we're going to have to deal with. So we'll let that arm dry for now while we go ahead and outfit these other dudes. What's going on with this arm here? I don't understand what's happening here. There we go. Maybe. It doesn't look very good. I don't know if that arm is supposed to go on there. But I mean, they're all the same. it's easier to put them on from the back. Don't have an explanation for that. Or maybe not. So now this guy's hand is in the way. I was wondering if that was going to happen. So maybe these two guys switch. Maybe we figure out where these outstretched hands are. These three are good. He's good there. Let me just clean these up real quick. Okay, let me see. That looks like an insider. So that's something we'll have to consider and remember. Okay, maybe it's not an insider. Yeah, it is a little bit. My dog's complaining for whatever reason. Just a pain to put them on from the front. I don't know why that is. Also, that's not really lining up like it should. want that in front of your face. Guy's tongue is in the way. It's almost like I should have put the heads on at the very last, which is what I'll do next time. Slips and then your thumb goes, or your finger goes right into the glue, and then you end up with glue on your finger. He's inside. We need another insider. Let's see. Let's just do a dry fit here. Semi looks inside.
Go sucked. Yo, how's it going, bud?
Frustrating as hell with these bloodletters, man. But I'll get them.
Go sucked. Are these the new Chaos Demons?
They've been around for a long. These I've had for years. I just never put them together. Like on the box art, it still says Warhammer Fantasy. So, I don't know if you went back to the very beginning of the video or if you want to, but check this bad boy out right here. This is my Bloodthirster / Greater Demon, Exalted Demon, whatever, of Khorne. So he's going to be my inspiration for... I have 80 of these guys to put together, these little guys.
Holy smokes, that is a dope model.
Yeah, I just don't remember where I got it. It was a long time ago, and I don't remember who made it. It's not a Games Workshop model. At least I don't believe it was. It might have been, but... and I don't think it was forged. I don't know, it's resin, so... It doesn't come with wings, though, so I don't know if I'm going to do wings or not. Little girl's in the room crying for whatever stinking reason. What are you working on? Guys are pain in the butt.
Go sucked. Painting up some sector Mechanicu's bases for my Iron Warriors Cataphractii.
Right on. Yeah, I think I'm gonna what was I gonna say? I think I'm gonna go with Iron Warriors like I had originally planned. Especially since the whole Perturabo deal, nuking Vulcan and stuff. It's just I looked at that thing, you know, that one particular deal, and I was like, well, maybe Alpha Legion are kind of their nemesis. But I mean, you don't really ever hear anything about Alpha Legion, so I mean, not really. My stomach is growling for some reason. Alright. So he's an inside arm too. This is the only outside arm guy. I wonder if this is an inside arm. It doesn't look like it. It looks like an outside. Yeah, it's an outside arm. Well, shoot. Do I try to take that off and switch it out, or I don't know. Like switch out with this guy. Let's see if we can do that. I would much rather have this guy to be an insider on the back row. Of course, now I forgot which one it was. I think it's this one. I wasn't paying attention. Of course I did. Of course I did that.
Go sucked. Yeah, going Iron Warriors or Night Lords sounds like the play for that.
I can't do the Night
Alpha
Lords.
Legion wasn't even on Istvan, right?
No, they were. They were on Istvan 5 or Istvan 3. They were at the Drop Site Massacre. For some reason, I'm getting the two confused. But they were there. I mean, there's a map out there, Horus Heresy map, that shows you where like everybody came in, you know, and that's what I was saying. It was like Night Lord, well, as you're looking at Night Lords, Alpha Legion, and I forget who else down here, but Night Lords, man, I'm never gonna have a Night Lords army, I can tell you that. I despise their logo. I think it's stupid and corny, just cheap in my opinion. I cannot for the life of me feel or see how anyone would take the time in Warhammer, I mean in the 41st millennium, to paint little lightning bolts all over your army. I mean your armor. I just don't see it. I think they're, like I said, I think their logo is stupid. I just don't like it. And then the whole Batwing helmet.
Go sucked.
It's just too corny.
I actually love painting Night Lords LUL.
Oh well. Sorry if I offended you. Hope not. I mean, if you could do without their insignia, you know, and have something a little more serious, it just looks like a clown head to me.
Go sucked. Nah, no offense taken. You like what you like.
Alright, so we got an extra head. So this head can definitely go with my... I can take this head and I can put this with my Grey Knights or something, you know. We got some other bits and pieces over here that we can use as well. now all we got left is to put the standard on and hope that we don't need to put a nickel on the bottom of this thing. These arms go on in kind of a lock and key type deal, so I don't have the freedom of movement to move them how I like, which kind of stinks. And I'm not sure why they did that, but it is what it is. I mean, I even have, you know, warp smith and everything for Iron Warriors and stuff. And you don't need any demons because they don't really like that stuff, and they don't like what do you call it? They don't like mutations and things. Oops. How did I miss that? This is where I'm hoping I don't need a nickel. Yeah, we're gonna need a nickel. Let's see. I'm not sure I have one around right now. I don't have any change in my pockets. We'll just have to make a note of that. So with that being mounted on there, we now have 10 of 80 completed. And we can't, gosh man, you guys are a pain in my ass, literally. Yep, that's exactly why you need the nickel on the bottom. I have that on all of my standard bearers and things like that from my orc regiments, night goblins and stuff. Well, not the night goblins because you can't fit a nickel on their base, but orcs for sure. That's the very first set of bloodletters I have ever put together, and that was a little bit of an experience for sure. So I'm gonna have, I mean, now that I have done that, I'm sure that the rest will go somewhat faster, but it's definitely a process of getting all that stuff cut off and things like that. Like I said, I could have gone with the circle bases, but honestly,
Go sucked.
I got these for fantasy.
BRB
so.
for a few minutes.
Sure. Seven more boxes of bloodletters to go. Oh, yeah, basically. Not to mention, let's see, not to mention, yeah, see that horn, oops, I'm over here fucking around. Well, I guess not. I was gonna say that horn looks like it's down lower than mine. I don't know. Weird. Very weird. But yeah, that's what I'll be working on. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and remove these guys to make room for some gaming. Gotta be careful here. Gosh, come on. It's like they're all top heavy or something. Every one of them. Then again, the box I'm putting them in might just be curved down, and that's why they're falling. Or not. Oh my gosh, come on. Alright, let's see here. Let's get old big boy out of the way. Let him say goodnight to everybody. Good night. Move him out of the way. Got our water. Let's get rid of this light. This light, bring that in. Let's turn off the DroidCam. Get that out of my face. Get it on the charger. And hold on a second. Let's see here. We're going to attempt to try to stream Deathwing. Let's see, because I don't want to mess up my other thing for Dawn of War. Check some here. We haven't played this game in forever. Oh yeah, I love this computer. We better, I don't know, we better figure something out here. Right weapon, left weapon, parry. Yeah, we're gonna die if we try to do that. Maximum. Maximum. Alright, let's see. Oh man.
Your victories aboard the Elethros mean that we can now deploy via teleport. You can now access explored areas of
Turn
the
that down,
Elethros from here to complete additional missions.
Oh my gosh, this is beautiful, although that's moving around way too fast for me. That's better. Although I haven't played a game like this in forever, so. Oh, I killed it. I didn't know you could do that. This is still too fast.
Go sucked. KK, I'm back. Is this Space Hulk?
Space Hulk Deathwing, yeah, man. Just trying. I've not played it on my new computer, so I'm just trying to get things situated. I'm also not. I haven't played a video game like this in forever. I did not know you could kill those servitors. That's pretty legit. Yeah, this is still really fast. Let's see. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong damn thing. Okay, there we go. There we go. Alright, so we've only done 3. So let's do number 1. I'm still kind of all over the place right now. Is the sound coming in pretty good for you?
Brothers, you're being sent back to the Elethros in order to complete an urgent extra mission.
Go
Bring
sucked.
glory to the chapter.
Sound is good.
For the lion.
Good. So I'm going to start here in the ventilation shaft. Nice. I don't think I want to be a librarian though. I think I would rather be an apothecary. I want to shoot you in the face. Alright. So, he's an apothecary, I'm an apothecary, and we got an assault cannon. Man, these graphics look amazing on this new computer. Alright. Let's go get our butt. You know what? I need to change this sensitivity again. It's just too much. Be as far as we can hook.
Brothers, the Sensorium has detected explosives.
I don't know how to
by a
do
significant
things, so you're gonna have to
reserve.
bear with me, guys.
Must defuse the charge to prevent this disastrous explosion.
Dead gene stealers and got movement to our right. Is this door locked? Nope. I'm gonna block it.
Warrior strength. This month is mine. Warrior, slay the abomination. Vigilance, brothers. Warrior strength. Beware, incoming warrior strength.
Chase some Narcissium. Yeah, can't say it now. Stalker strain.
Warrior strength inbound.
Ooh. Plasma strain or something. You shall be avenged, brother. Watch it from the fire.
Silver strength. Kill with honor.
No, back up, back up, back up.
Vengeance guards our
Alright, I gotta figure out how I put you guys on Overwatch. Can't remember how to do it. No. Just did something. That's not what I wanted to do. Dude. Maybe I should have done a tutorial. Okay, how do I quick orders interface RB? Yeah, okay, there we go. Defend.
warrior strain in sight. Waypoint reached.
Alright, you guys hang out there. I need to check the map. Tactics interface. See if I can shut this down. I don't know if we're close enough yet. Nope. Oh, yes we are. I want to destroy that thing. Damn, firing rockets at my team.
For the
This
Deathwing.
bull.
Warrior strain. Warrior strain.
Slow progress. 'Cause take his legs out. God, I love this game. What the heck is going on here? What? I don't know what happened. We must have not understood our mission, I think. Let's try that one again. Yeah. I don't know what happened. We failed though. We survived, but we failed.
Go sucked. I love this game. Instantly fails.
Brothers,
LOL.
You're being sent back to the Alethros in order to complete an urgent
Go sucked.
extra mission.
I think
Bring
I'll look
glory
into
to
this
the chapter.
TMMW.
For the lion!
Yeah, man, you should. Am I still an apothecary? Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people say it gets repetitive and boring, whatever, but I mean, you don't have to play it every stinking day. Oh, activate the vents. That's alright. I had to learn on the fly what was going on. Oh, I know where there's a relic for some XP. Right here. Eat shit, you know, scum. Oh, back up. We got another freaking problem. Finn. Oh, crap. Behind us. Follow me, fools. I knew they were coming behind us. I forgot we needed to disable that freaking missile launcher. I don't see a time limit. Come on up here, guys. It's amazing how these things always attack us instead. Did it destroy it? It doesn't look like it. Okay. Follow me. Gene Stealer cultists. They're going. Ooh, come on, guys. Don't have much time. Kill that fool. Oh, look out! Ah, shit. Fuck. He lit the damn hallway on fire. Can't figure it out. Okay, you've healed yourself. That's good.
Without mercy.
Get in here. Get in this room. Oh, God. No! Dude, get the hell over here.
In position. Stop it. Mission accomplished, brother.
Making sure where we're going here. Oh! Right in the face. boy. We got somebody firing rockets. There he is. I got him. Burn, heretic. Good God. Come on. Ugh. Liver. Holy crap. Ah, we're down one. I'm gonna lose my freaking... Ah! Oh, I'm dead. There was a turret in this room. Son of a bitch. It's good stuff, though. I like it. That got crazy. Real fast.
Brothers, you're being sent back to the Alethros in order to complete an urgent extra mission. Bring glory to the chapter. For the lion!
Alright. Alright. Blessed be the Holy Bolter.
Brothers, the Sensorium has detected explosives nearby a significant reserve of promethium. We must defuse the charge to prevent this disastrous explosion.
That means we're probably on a time limit. Yep, we are. Shit. Let's go, guys. I don't even have time to look for relics.
Slay the abomination! Beware! Incoming warrior strain! Focus burn down. You will all be gone. Focus burn down. Slay it swiftly.
God. Trying to remember the damn button. I can't seem to remember it. And again, I'm on like 2 hours of sleep. So there's that.
It is done.
Oof. Does everything look clear to you? Like good detail and stuff?
Good stuff. Your man looks good.
I mean, the detail on the game looks good. Oh.
They are
We don't have much time.
Go sucked. Yab.
The Xenos are uncounted.
Ah! Let me go down. I'm down. Shit. That was rough. I suck right now. I haven't played this game in forever. Holy hell, that was bad. Wow. Let's give it one more shot and then we'll go back to Dawn of War or something. Or try a different game. Yeah. Let's try this one.
Brothers, you're being sent back to the Alethros
This
in order
is
to
a
complete an
big
urgent
area.
extra mission.
Holy smokes.
Bring glory to the chapter. For the Lion.
Collapsed area. Research chamber. Oh boy. Well, it doesn't look like we have a time limit. Oh, look at that. Reactor. Or engines. Let's see this. That looks pretty cool. Probably shouldn't go in there though. Can't go that way. Eat that, punk. Fuck. Okay, why isn't it working?
Operation finished. Beware.
no idea if we're going the right way. Apothecary. Crap. Gene Stealer cult. Dead end.
In position.
Gotta check the map, dude. See where the hell we're at. We gotta go back the way we just came. Shit. That sucks. Well, there's a way to get around this room over there. Alright, let's calm this down some.
Wait for me.
Ugh. Nice. Salt cannon to the face. I like it.
They are overwhelming us. Glorious.
Come on, dude. Ain't got all day. Ooh. I don't know how he got that rocket through there, but he did. Looks like I got him now. Okay, we got the door. Get in here. Hurry the hell up, dude. It's not closing. It's not closing. Oh god. Ah. Block the door. Oh man. Wait, am I alone? Where the hell's my dick? Okay. Man. I saw you, punk. Oh. Crap, I lost him. Trying to support you, dude. Holy crap. Where? Oh my god, dude. We don't have time for you to be walking. Hurry up. Oh my gosh. 75 meters away. We might actually accomplish a mission. God, spoke too soon. That sucked. Oh well.
Go sucked. LMAO, you are on a streak for jinxing yourself.
Yeah.
Go sucked. Awesome game though, getting solid practice in.
Yep, that's a good game. Well, I'm gonna turn in, guys. It's midnight and my little one's up, so it's a good time for me to sneak in the bedroom since she's hanging out in our room tonight. Good to see you again, Doc, and we'll see y'all
Go
again
sucked.
tomorrow.
Night, buddy.
Take care. See you guys later.
Go sucked. Get